Good morning. Today I am going to start chapter 6, General Principles and Processes of Isolation of Elements. A element occur in variety of compounds. It depends on the substances which are combined with it. There are some general terms which you are aware from class 10th. First one is mineral. The element occur in a natural form from the earth crust is known by the name of mineral. The mineral from which the metal is extracted conveniently or profitably, that is known by the name of ore of that metal. There are some impurities present. These are known by the name of gangue or matrix. The process of isolation of each and every element is different, but there are some common processes which are used for the isolation. The extraction of metal by the steps is known by the name of metallurgy. It depends upon nature of ore. It depends upon impurities present in them. There are three methods by which the metal can be obtained from any mineral. First one is concentration of ore, then isolation of metal from concentrated ore. Third is the purification of metal. For the concentration of ore, the first step is the hydraulic washing. In this method, a ore and gangue particle differ in their specific gravity. The gangue particles are lighter and the ore particle are heavier. This is also known by the name of gravity separation or levitation. For this purpose, a table is known which is known by the name of Wilfley table. It is a sloping table. It has obstruction over it. The ore is placed at the top and the water is only added very fast. The lighter gangue particles are washed away and the heavier metal or mineral is left behind. This is done for the iron oxide, for silver, gold. The next one is magnetic separation. The magnetic separation is done for those minerals in which either ore or impurities are magnetic in nature. It is done for a ore of manganese, pyrolusite. Then there is a ore of iron, Fe3O4, that is being separated, or that is being only impurities are removed by this method. The two rollers are being taken. One of the roller is non-magnetic and the other roller is magnetic. A conveyor belt is being attached with that. The magnetic roller and the non-magnetic roller both move. The ore is crushed. It is added with the help of hopper. When this ore reaches here, the non-magnetic particles, they will fall down, and the magnetic particle, they will stick with the magnetic roller, and later on they will be removed. The third important process is flotation. It is done for the separation of sulfide ores like zinc sulfide, lead sulfide, copper pyrite. In this process, there is one basic principle that mineral particles are wettable with oil, whereas impurities are only remains in water. In a container, the ore is added along with water, and there will be formation of suspension taking place. The two things are added. One is collector. It enhances the wettability of ore. Pine oil is being taken here in the form of collector, and then froth stabilizer. Either aniline or cresol is added. This will stabilize the froth. A paddle is rotated from upward and the air is blown at a very high speed. The ore particle will become lighter. They will be converted in the form of froth. They will be skimmed off later on and dried and to obtain the ore, and all the impurities that will remain at bottom. Froth flotation can be used for the separation of two sulfide ores. Suppose there is a mixture of lead sulfide and zinc sulfide. When we add one substance that is known by the name of depressant, it is NaCN, it will combine with zinc sulfide to form a complex, and it will not be converted in the form of froth. But the lead sulfide will be converted in the form of froth, and later on the zinc sulfide can be separated and can be converted in the form of froth. The fourth method is leaching, about which I am going to tell you just now.